record to
Fucking
this computer.
bullshit.
I'm recording to this computer. Theoretically, we're separate now. Separate on.
Separate but equal.
That's what I was gonna say, but then I was like, that feels like a
That's
weird thing to
wrong.
say. Yeah,
That's a wrong thing to say.
yeah. That's why I stopped myself, and then you continued.
I can't stop myself.
You
But it doesn't matter because we're separate but equal.
did it again. We don't have an out. Okay. Let's see.
No. But
Oh,
you know
we,
what the out is? This isn't going on to the actual show.
it's good. Some people are gonna hear it though.
Yeah. Well, they like me, so they will forgive me immediately.
You wrote the
Probably.
summaries for this, right? We never actually
Yes.
discussed that, but okay, just checking.
Yes, I
think we all
did.
know what's up. Hold on. I might sneeze before we start for real. I'm not quite sure yet.
Okay.
Hmm. You should say something while I'm thinking about sneezing.
Oh. I was driven really pretty insane by Black Friday this year because like I don't have any debt anymore, but also my like health insurance is going to go up. So I'm like just mad.
That sneeze never happened. I told you I
Yeah.
ignored Black Friday till the last hour. It was like deals end in
Mhm.
an hour. So I was like, I'll buy cheap movies. So I told you, I guess I'll read it out loud for the
Like
anyone who
I came
cares.
so yeah, I came so close to buying video games like so many times, and then I was just like I just kept having to be like, "What are you doing? Doesn't matter how cheap it is. You don't have time to play anything."
Little Shop
You
of
know?
Horrors, Inner Space, All the President's Men, Dark City, which you already told me is going to be useful, and
Yeah.
Gremlins 2. Now I
Oh,
have to
Gremlins 2
really,
is great.
yeah, I know. I
I
haven't
would
seen Gremlins
I
2 in a
would
very long
consider
time.
if
Excuse
the
me.
podcast goes on long enough, then Gremlins 2 is on the table. You know what I mean? That is really good.
I'm checking if I rebought Dark City or not. I think I might have bought it for the second time.
Have you seen the
Doctor Dances. No, I don't have Dark City. Okay, so it works out.
Have you seen the website that's like pick whatever movies you want to be an IMAX screening? Like they're letting people just vote on what might get an IMAX screening.
Follow that bird. That'd be a good choice.
I I voted for. No, it gives you 4 choices. Mine was RoboCop, Total Recall, Starship Troopers, and Scarface.
Okay, so you want Verhoeven on IMAX.
Yes, and if I can't have, I mean, I thought about making Showgirls my
And I
fourth.
know he
but
didn't make Scarface, just for anyone that's thinking about that.
I was gonna say, I know I could have gone with a 4th Verhoeven, but
Hollow
You know.
Man.
yeah, that's a long shot.
Black
I mean,
Book.
RoboCop, like, yeah. Well, actually, I'd watch Black Book in IMAX. Jesus, that'd be amazing. Watch like shit get dumped on that lady in IMAX.
I was just thinking of ones that aren't like as, not top tier, but as well known, I guess. Basic Instinct.
Yeah, Showgirls
seems-
was definitely a thought.
Oh, Showgirls over that.
I mean,
Okay.
Showgirls would be great in IMAX. Honestly, that would make
But that
more
gets
sense.
close to my Porno Max idea, doesn't it?
Yeah, it kind of does.
Maximum pornography.
But no, I'd be there. I mean, honestly, if it is Hollow Man, then I'll go.
Yeah, sure.
Whatever.
Actually, I've never seen Hollow Man. I shouldn't talk shit about it.
I haven't either.
I haven't
I don't
actually
care.
watched it.
Everyone said it was bad, so I was like, I can't.
No,
It
see,
was-
that's
it
the
was
thing. People didn't say it was
PG-13, everyone
bad.
said it
They
was
just
bad.
said it was like, They're like, whatever. That's the vibe I got. It's like, it's a movie.
People said it was bad and it was PG-13, so I was like, I'm just not going to go.
Ah.
Because that's, I'd rather just let the dog die under the house. But then he came back and made good stuff, so I don't know. I think he just needed to stop making movies in English. That's what he needed.
Oh, okay.
Benedetta. Have you seen Benedetta yet?
I actually don't. Is that Verhoeven?
Yeah.
Okay, I only know like the pop culture Verhoeven, to be honest.
It's a lesbian nun possession movie, and it's the only movie I can think of that you could honestly say it has a Chekhov's dildo.
Oh, wait, what about Driveway Dolls? They got a whole carload of dildos.
But it's like, are you shown the dildo early on, and then the dildo factors into the story later?
I don't know. No, well, those are plaster casts of penises. I guess those technically are not dildos.
But that thing I said, the thing that makes Chekhov's gun, like you could have a gun in your movie, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a Chekhov's gun, right?
Yeah, there's a weird vibration sound. I don't know if it's on your end or my end. Are you getting weird vibrations, man?
No.
Okay.
Wait, let
There
me
it
mute
is.
myself. I just
He's muting himself. Weird vibrations on my end. I
You
think they're
still heard
your
it when I
weird.
muted myself?
No, I didn't. They might be your weird vibrations.
So you hear it now.
No, it's not like a constant thing. It's like every once in a while you hear like a boom boom boom.
Ugh.
It's not from you. There it is.
That was me.
Okay, whatever you're
I was
doing there.
literally tapping my mic stand doing that.
Okay, well that's annoying.
Well, sorry. I don't think I was doing it earlier, though.
Oh, okay. There it is.
Yeah, I was touching it.
Oh, don't
Now,
touch your
now I
mic
can't
stand.
stop. Now I can't stop because you said not to do it.
Anyway, it comes through on the audio. I guess is my point. There it is. You tapped it again. I
I'm
hear it.
moving it now.
Okay.
Jesus. Maybe it's because I have original sound for musicians on.
Oh, okay. I guess you could
I'll
turn
turn
that
it
off.
off.
You get that? I'm tapping my mic stand.
Good question. How to turn that off?
Or just don't touch your mic stand. That
Oh,
would
I can
also
request
be
to
an
record to this computer. Do you think that would give me two audio files?
You could try. I think I have to give you permission. There it
Yeah,
is.
well, you can if you want.
Approve.
If you don't want to, then whatever.
I mean,
Okay.
this is well, I guess this one has no point in editing it the way you were saying. So I was a little concerned though. I think the most amusing things I say are like under two other people, and I say something really like witty, like under everyone.
Well, sometimes the thing is, I listen to a podcast that I really like, and they just the guy who edits it described what he did, and part of what he did was just eliminate when a bunch of people start talking at once, but only one continues talking. Like just getting rid of like those little things, but
Yeah.
also sometimes when someone says something that is good, but it's like drowned out, then you kind of just put it next to the other thing.
When I started podcasting, when it was just the Sci-Fi Sanctuary, I would do like serious edits. Like I would take out like silences and like I'd crop those out and stuff. And but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
now that I do like four podcasts, I don't have time for that shit.
Well, it's like part of why the main reason I volunteered to do it because I was like, well, okay, I went back to noise regular
Okay,
microphone man.
it took the bassy smoothness out of your voice, but it's probably fine.
Boo. Okay, whatever. Like, boo. Uh, yeah. What was I saying? Oh, yeah,
Talking
yeah.
about
Because
editing.
I realized I can't make
Editing.
a futurist podcast right now because,
You don't like the future anymore?
yeah, well, it's a lot of futurists are just like
Dun-dun-dun,
weird billionaire
dun-dun-dun,
fascists now.
dun-dun-dun. Now I'm
Or
just playing with all my settings. Is this one better?
maybe
Okay.
I don't know.
Turn the gain up a little bit. What
What
am
if
I
I did
catching?
this? Does that make a noise?
Actually, I don't. I think no. That was making it come through the side, which is stupid. But that might be the best setting. I don't know. That's I think just direct ahead. Yeah, maybe this is the
Direct.
way to go because people are loving this. It's good. This is a normal show. I haven't played with my microphone for a while, so I thought I'd play with it for a bit.
But
That sounds
yeah,
good.
that was why I volunteered to edit that podcast. So I was like, I can't make this other podcast, and I've been like workshopping that podcast for like a year or two, and I just can't do it,
Mm.
possibly ever.
You could try a different idea, you know.
I could, but I can't think of one right now.
Oh, okay. Well, hell, I guess let's do this one. Let me bring up my notes and stuff. Dun, notes up. Who introduces this one actually? Is it me or
Me
you?
usually.
It's okay. Did I do it last time?
I don't know.
I don't
You
remember.
can if you want.
No, I don't wanna. You can.
Okay. Welcome to USA, 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 USA,
I didn't hear
USA.
it right at first. That's what was supposed to happen though, right?
No, they were going USA, USA, USA.
I wrote Unsha at first, and then later I realized it was supposed to be a weird version of USA.
I thought it was Ursa. I thought they were talking about a bear.
What are we
But this
talking
isn't the
about in
planet of the
general?
bears.
What is
This
this?
is
What
the
are we
planet of the
doing?
apes. This
What's
planet of the apes.
happening?
Return
Why
to
am I
the
here?
because you fulfilled the prophecy.
You're still not introducing the podcast.
It's the pod past 1999 Return to the Planet of the Apes colon the podcast.
Right. Okay, so what did I also miss here? One, there was a J-pop song about 5 years ago, which was like "Come On Baby America" with like USA chant. So every once in a while, I'll still get a kid just singing if they, especially if they hear you're American, they'll sing the song to you, which is kind of like the USA thing. Um, the other one is several years ago. I was at a town festival, like a smaller, like the town next to mine, like not a small thing, and I kept and they had a song playing the whole time as they have at Japanese festivals. They'll play the same song for like 2 hours and everyone dances to it. It just goes on for 2 hours. And
That's
and they
horrible.
and they were coming through with like these trashy looking floats and they were saying Gomi, Gomi, Domi. Well, I was hearing Gomi. Gomi in Japanese is garbage. And I was like, is this a trash festival? But I was hearing it wrong. That's Tomi City and they were singing Tomi and their floats are crap. And so I guess my brain just connected the two and I thought it was a trash festival for a little bit.
Tell me like the toys.
Tomi like the city. It's I mean if you wrote it
Tomy.
in English it'd be the same, but they make Nano Block there.
Nano block.
They're like Legos, but
Oh.
smaller, and you need tweezers sometimes to build them.
Oh, I have one of those. I think it's like a panda or something.
Yeah, that sounds right. So we have the Nano Block factory there. Nano Block. Should I say it like an American or what?
A nano block.
But and why am I not saying the titles of today's animated Planet of the Apes episodes? Because these are awesome. We've got the Unearthly Prophecy and the Tunnel. Excuse me, not the, just Tunnel of Fear, which
Yeah.
I mean, amazing. As I think I said last time, amazing titles for your surf rock songs. So
Yeah. Well, the tunnel of fear is the tunnel itself is a little underwhelming
I'm talking titles. I'm not talking episodes.
because I had to read. Oh yeah, we'll get into it in a minute. I don't want to talk about this out of order. Um, Here's some trivia. Okay,
Okay.
episode 3, "The Unearthly Prophecy," was co-written by Jack Kaplan and John Barrett. They also share the writing credit on two more episodes, episode 6 and episode 13, which is our finale. Kaplan has no IMDb bio, but he wrote several episodes of Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In and Speed Buggy, and one episode of Shazam.
What is Speed
It's,
Buggy? That sounds familiar.
it's one of those Hanna-Barbera things where it's like a car that talks, and it's like,
But it's live action?
no, it's a cartoon.
No, I'm thinking one that's live action. Okay.
And there probably is one that's live action. This series is near the end of his writing career. After this, he wrote one episode of the 1976 TV series Snip as an exclamation point, and then nothing. John Barrett also has no IMDb bio, but he did write on several Smothers Brothers TV specials, and he co-wrote The Bear Who Slept Through Christmas with Larry Spiegel. Speaking of Larry Spiegel, he wrote episode 4, Tunnel of Fear. If the voice of General Urko sounds familiar, it isn't because it's Mark Leonard, it's the voice of Henry Corden. Born in 1920 in Montreal, his family moved to New York when he was still a child, and he made his film debut as Boris Karloff's henchman in The Secret Life of Walter Mitty in 1947. We've been talking about the other secret. I guess there's another Secret Life of Walter Mitty that Ben Stiller made on the other
Oh,
podcast.
yeah.
So I didn't realize that was a remake because I talked about it a lot as if that was the only one. Uh, he had a gift for dialect, so he's often cast as other ethnicities. Problematic now, but can't really judge anybody for doing it back then. But anyway, if you want a podcast about it, he played the character Sanchez on the Twilight Zone episode The Gift. That's Time Enough podcast, and that is a problematic episode. He had a number of smaller roles on film and TV, but he truly made a name for himself later in life when the 60s he started voicing a number of animated characters, mostly on Hanna-Barbera productions, and he inherited the role of Fred Flintstone after the original actor Alan Reed passed away in 19 77. For the record, the original series ended in 1966, so most of his appearances playing that role were specials and movies. But he did perform Fred Flintstone's singing voice in the movie The Man Called Flintstone in 1966, with Reed performing his speaking voice. Corden ended his career with 272 credits when he passed away from emphysema in 2005. His last role was doing additional voices in Scooby Doo Meets Batman. Honestly, I feel like Scooby Doo met Batman before that.
Hmm. Oh, by the way, the show I was thinking about was in the Sid and Marty Krofft Super Show. It was called Wonder Bug, and that one is live action. That's what I was thinking about.
Oh, okay.
It has the voice of
I
Frank Welker.
cannot stand Sid and Marty Krofft stuff. I don't.
Wonderbug's alter ego, Schleppcar, was an old beat up conglomeration of several junked cars that looked like a rusty dune buggy. The secret to Sid and Marty Krofft, once you're past age 8, is just watch the intros and then don't watch the
Hmm.
episode.
Okay.
The intros are amazing. I mean, Lidsville intro, one of my favorite things ever, but I don't want to watch an actual episode of Lidsville,
Yeah. Is that a show about lids?
as in hats.
Oh.
But I mean, come on, they knew.
Yeah, it's a show about 3 ounces of weed, man.
It is kind of. Anyway, you should smoke 3 ounces of
Uh,
weed before you watch the intro of Lidsville. That's for sure.
yeah, I may have tipped my
Just
lid
three
a
ounces
little
of
bit
weed.
into how much I know about drugs. Anyway, story episode 3: The Unearthly Prophecy. Bill and Jeff are trying to escape through the desert when General Urko's army spots them. They manage to escape when somehow huge rock formations seemingly appear from nowhere. Urko blames the underdwellers, and he's right. While they're underground, Bill and Jeff finally figure out that they're on Earth, but more importantly, they follow some hooded figures who are chanting USA over and over again. Their leader, Krator, addresses them and then introduces Judy as their savior, who was foretold by the prophecy as USA, and she's under their control. The misunderstanding comes from a memorial statue of her that said USA under her bust. Jeff gives Judy a ring that jogs her memory, and although she plays dumb for a minute, she escapes with the other astronauts in a minecart. They escape for a while, even though the underdwellers keep shooting mind lasers at them. But then, even though they seem like they're getting away, they manage to teleport Judy back. Bill and Jeff swear they'll come back for her, and Urko and his men swear they'll come back for Bill and Jeff. Episode 4:
I
Tunnel of
before you
Fear.
do that, I agree. I was like, oh, like she transported. That's weird. I'm sitting here looking at the wiki description. They say that she was an illusion, and the illusion just disappears. But I don't know. You think that
That's
was
terrible.
teleporting? Because that is, I mean, they do mind games with hallucinations, so that does make more sense. But it's like it really did seem like a teleportation that episode.
The thing that the only thing I could think about was how they kept saying, "Don't go,
Hmm.
don't go, Judy, don't go." And I'm like, I don't think she's going. I think she's being abducted. Anyway,
Yeah. Okay.
episode 4: Tunnel of Fear. We open on several of Urko's soldiers discussing his brilliant plan for revenge. Meanwhile, Bill and Jeff have decided to go back and ask Zira and Cornelius for help relocating all the other humans. Along the way, they're almost spotted. While escaping, they're almost captured by a giant spider inside the Tunnel of Fear. When they reach Zira and Cornelius, they're reluctant to help, but when the humans appeal to them as an endangered species, they're bound by science to assist them. But also, they have to hide when Dr. Zayas comes by specifically to ask Zira and Cornelius' help to find the humans that are hiding inside of their lab. And he says the reported human behavior takes precedent over all other work. Cornelius escorts Bill and Jeff while they decide what path to take, but a guerrilla patrol showing up forces their hand, so they make the tough decision to head to the uncharted river, which is conveniently where all the humans are. And they decide that they're going to try to return to their ship to get their laser drill. Meanwhile, Zayas presses Zira about the report on the humans and wonders why Cornelius left his tools behind. She says Cornelius is at a desert site to think about the report in solitude. Urko thinks it's really suspicious that Cornelius went to the desert without his tools, so he gets his troops ready for action.
Yeah, it doesn't take
To
much
be
to set that
continued.
guy off, that gorilla off.
Yeah. What? He went to the desert without his tools?
Oh, by the way, when you said when you were talking about his plan, you this is a case where I do think we have to give his quote, which is History will remember this attack of mine as military genius.
Yes.
I
Did we get a detail of what any details of what the plan was, or did he just talk about how great the plan is?
think he just talked about how great the plan was.
Yeah. Well, anyway, let's talk about these in order.
Okay, back to the
Back to the
Unearthly Prophecy.
to
I feel like we can always we always have a good time with the mutants. We don't get the mutants that
Mhm.
often in Ape World in the Ape verse, but it's always a good
I
time when the mutants are there.
I was pretty surprised to see them take kind of this much of a role, but I was like, yeah, I can't say no to that. Also, well, for one thing, Bill and Jeff don't seem to really care that they're like, oh, it's Earth. How about that?
So Heston is or Taylor was just a drama queen.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, remember, yeah,
Astronauts should be able to
he
deal with that
was.
stuff. He should have expected it. You expect these things to happen when you're doing experimental flights in space.
Well, these guys seem like happy about it. They're like, well, cool. Because it is interesting, right? It's more interesting than it just being some random other planet.
Everyone we know
But
has been dead for centuries. Huh, interesting.
I think they kind of knew they were in the future already. So,
Yeah, I guess they knew that already.
eh. But
At
I
least
gotta say the USA twist is the most Planet of the Apes thing that has happened so far. In fact, dare say that might be more Planet of the Apesy than anything in the live action series, right? Like just a misunderstanding that is a striking coincidence.
Yeah, but then they get put in a cell and it just has a force field and instead of big spiky bars like they have in the movie.
Yeah, no, it's the episode is not great, but that one detail is just a very Planet of the Apes thing to happen.
I had fun with this one. I liked how all the mutants, which are not called the mutants, where they referred to
Underdwellers.
underdwellers. I'm going to call them the mutants because why not? But
Hmm.
yeah, they're all animate. They're all the exact same animation for all of them. It's like
Uh-huh.
how you hire Deep Roy to be every Oompa Loompa or something.
A lot of the voice acting is obviously just random people they got off the street.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's how 70s animation works. Again, the
Yeah.
Star Trek animation is like it's got all the cast except for who was missing? Walter Koenig was it? And
Chekhov?
then
Yeah.
yeah, and then James Doohan did like all the other voices. Like every voice in that is Scotty, except for the main cast.
That's so funny.
Well, he's already doing an
Um,
accent to be Scotty, so he just has to talk normal and nobody notices.
I mean, think about well, nobody thought about how Mel Blanc had to do all those different characters. It's just that he was a generational talent.
People thought about that. They wrote books about that.
I bet a bunch of people were like, yeah, I could do. He's like, yeah, I could do that many voices. He's American. I don't know why I'm doing that accent.
Hey,
Um,
buddy, I'm American. I could do lots of voices. Like that? Is that what you wanted to do?
I was just gonna try and do the Scotty accent, and I
Oh,
sort of
okay.
stopped halfway through.
Oh, I don't know what I was doing. Okay.
Hey, buddy, I'm from Canada.
Yeah, as I'll say, there's a little Terrence and Phillip in there, I guess.
I'm from Canada. I can do any voice. Check out this voice. Hey, I'm from Oklahoma.
That's what we need an ape from Oklahoma in here. Although, like Beneath the Planet of the Apes, when we go underground, we get a whole lot less ape, don't we? There's barely any
Yeah,
apes in this episode.
yeah, but who cares?
I
I
don't
mean,
care.
it's like the mutants. If we, well, it's also hey, you'd be like, well, we didn't get any Nova, but we got a bunch of Judy. And suspiciously, Judy will go away, and the Nova will come back.
Yes. Oh, yeah, but no, we don't see Nova in either of these episodes, do we?
She's probably in the
I'm
island
sure she's
of
coming back. I'm just
whatever
like, I'm noting we haven't seen her. And then
river.
Judy, it's like, let's get rid of that damn woman, seems to be the vibe with Judy. So
Yeah, it's like, oh well, we'll come back for you,
in a few
maybe,
episodes, yeah,
maybe.
yeah. It's like, yeah, it is a little weird. At least they didn't kill everyone like they did in the original movie.
I mean, but what if they
Or
did?
lobotomized. That one guy was just lobotomized. So I guess
That's
Judy in a
true.
ways she's a different version of lobotomized at this point. She's under mind control.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be her, to be honest.
No, you don't want to live down with the mutants. That sucks.
It's just the mind control thing. Like, can I at least think about it? Can I at least think? No, 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 No
And these
thinking.
mutants, I mean, they have the New York stuff, but these guys just seem to like live in a laboratory, a giant laboratory or power station. I guess it's a power station.
Yeah, magnifies their laser eyes,
Right.
perhaps.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, when they do go through New York City, it's like, I bet some of the subway equipment still works. I'm like, I don't. There's no way that subway's gonna work.
Well, the minecart works.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was a fun sequence with the everyone loves a runaway mine train ride. What's your favorite runaway mine train?
Uh, I don't know, maybe Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. No, no, no. Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. There's like a stage where all these like rock people are brainwashed into making like sausage or something,
Ah. Oh,
and you have to like
I
go
was
into this
thinking theme park
mine.
attractions actually, but sure.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I've been on one.
I have been on
Probably
the
have.
Indiana Jones roller coaster probably more than any other roller coaster ever
Yeah, I've been on
because
the mine train in Six Flags Over Georgia, which is kind of a
Dahlonega Mine Train, I remember that.
crappy.
Yeah, no, this Indiana Jones coaster, it's very well themed, but it's not like a particularly good coaster. But if you're at Disney Sea, especially if it's busy, they have single riders. So if it's busy and like everything else has like insane lines, you can just keep riding the roller coaster. And you could it's closed now, but you could also do that with the Indiana Jones Dark Ride at single rider. So even if it's
Hmm.
busy, if you don't mind just going by yourself, then yeah, you can just do those two.
Yeah. Do they have the Indiana Jones ride in the American one, or is that just in Japan?
It's in California, and they're making one now in Florida, but I think it's going to have a mildly different plot, but on the same track. So, because the dinosaur ride, if you ever rode that in Florida, that actually is the exact same layout as the Indiana Jones ride.
No. Is that in the Animal Kingdom?
Yes.
I haven't been there.
Okay. Yeah, let's go there sometime.
Maybe
It's
I'll
fun.
go. I
Wait
don't
for
know.
them to open the Indiana Jones ride. But this isn't Indiana
But
Jones. We
then,
have different daring adventures here. Bill and Jeff.
yeah, they're riding the minecart trying to get away as we see recycled animation of them riding, and then lasers shoot to the same exact places, and then they're riding again, and then the lasers shoot to the same places again, and then they're riding more, and then it's, uh
Yeah, well, the note I actually wrote down while watching this is I can think of five actual mine trade rides more fun than this off the top of my head, which I just did. So I just
yes.
did the note again. And also, do hallucinations matter if you're in a runaway mine train? Like if there's fire up ahead, it's not like you can stop the thing, so you're just going through it, right?
Maybe if that you hallucinate something that makes you jump out of the mine train, that would work.
Okay, but if it's going that fast, maybe you're like, I would be more like, we'll go through the fire quickly and it'll be fine. And it's a hallucination fire anyway, so it won't even be real fire.
Maybe it's a bunch of blades that are going to cut you in half if you're not jumping out.
Well, they do that
And
with
that, then
mountains, right?
then you
Uh,
hallucinate mattresses to the side of the minecart, and then
That
you
was weird.
hallucinate.
Raise the mountain so he can open the hatch.
Yeah, that was
That doesn't make any sense. I mean, I love that it doesn't make any sense. That's great, but there's no logic to that whatsoever.
yeah, it is a mess.
They have force
And
fields.
and I have this line written down where they say, "Stay with us, Judy. You must," which is really weird.
Well, they're
This is a
just being
weird.
emphatic. It's the emotion of must, not the command of must.
But it sounds like they're just blaming her. It's like the victim blaming. They're like, "No, you have to stay here. Don't go.
Mm.
Don't,
Mm.
don't get abducted. Don't be a victim."
Bill and Jeff were not cool during the mutant ceremony either, you know?
No, yeah, they just go up like, "Hey, hey, Judy, it's us. It's Bill and Jeff." I don't know why I wrote Ben and Jeff in my notes, but
Ben and
yeah,
Jerry.
but yeah, they just were like, "Hey, it's us." They're idiots.
And then Krator. That's a great name for the although it should be Mendez, shouldn't it? I mean, everyone else has the
Uh,
names from the movies. That means
yeah,
it's
that's a good point,
Mendez.
right?
Yeah.
That's a good
Anyway,
point.
Krator's cool. I can go with, I mean,
That's a
we've
good
changed.
name.
We're going with Urko instead of Ursus anyway, so I guess it's fine. Um,
Yeah, it. I mean, yeah, Krator is definitely one of the best names that's happened in this series so
And
far.
then
I
he
think
has
it's
like a
like this.
Montauk chair for some reason.
Yeah, but yeah, it's got these guys are kind of dumb. Like the whole thing where Bill just screamed about don't do brain surgery on me at the last one. It's they're kind of not smart. I guess they things work out for them anyway, but
And do they actually have Cyclops eye beams, or is that just another hallucination? I guess that's just another hallucination.
could be.
Yeah, I feel like they can't have more powers.
But also, if they could teleport her away from the minecart, then why do they even bother? Why don't they just take her and then just let the guys
Because they're
go
having
away?
fun.
Just like
They don't have anything else to do. They live underground and they're freaky mutants. I mean, we haven't seen what they look like in this, but we know what they look like in the movies, so.
Also, why is it called the Unearthly Prophecy? This prophecy is extremely Earth centric.
So you think it should be called the Earthy Prophecy?
Should be called the American Prophecy.
Sure, okay. Maybe that's unearthly. America's unearthly now.
But we cut to Cornelius and Zira talking about how they're going to help the humans, and they ask, "Could it be their concern for the humanoid goes beyond science?" And then they look at each other and smile, and I was like, "What are they going
They
to
want to have
do?"
a four-way with the
It's like, yeah,
humans.
what? How
Three-way,
else
they
am I
don't know about
supposed to
Jeff.
read that? They looked so like weird.
I will
Um,
say, if this show, I mean, a big flaw in the show is Cornelius and Zira, who are basically just wet blankets because there's nothing to the performance.
yeah, we compare them to Roddy McDowell and what
Kim
was her
Hunter.
name? Kim Hunter. Who both they're both incredible. Like in Escape from the
They're the
Planet of the
highlight
Apes.
of the movie, right? And
Yeah,
here they're
they're
just like,
like
whatever.
yeah, they're genuine. Well, they're genuinely like legendary actors for good reason.
So, I mean, that again, that was the kind of the ace and the hole for the live action one, which was Roddy stuck around, right? So,
They were
you at
able to
least.
carry a movie that was just about them hanging out in New York. You
Right,
know,
exactly.
they were, um, but anyway,
They
well,
ran through
and
that
then we
boat in the
get
end.
the cherry on the cherry on top of this episode is Bill kicks the parking meter as they walk away, and then the time expired flag goes up.
Oh, I thought that was pretty
That's
funny. And
great.
that, yeah. What does that
That
even
is
mean? Time expired?
it's like the time of the episode is expired.
Oh,
It's
think
like
of it.
remember
That's like the
that
time of
Simpsons episode
like
where
the
it has
time
like
in
the
New York City
dog?
is long expired. And it's like, well, it's been expired for
Yeah.
some time. Ha. Sorry, the
It's
dog
like
Simpsons. Which
it's like
dog?
they zoom in on a dog at the end and it like is suspicious and then it says the end question mark. I can't remember what the context of that
Is
was,
that a
but
dog or a baby? I feel like it was
oh maybe it
Maggie's
was a
I think it
baby.
was Maggie's rival with the unibrow.
Maybe. I don't know. I just remember it went the end question mark.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh I've, yeah, total it's a totally hack thing that is funny.
But whoever
That's
thought
all.
it up thought they were real smart, so
Oh yeah, that's how most hack things are.
yeah. Oh, we'll move on to Tunnel of Fear, and this kind of refers to both because
Okay.
they keep calling the humans humanoids. I'm like, they're all humanoids. The apes are also humanoids.
It's
Humanoid is
confusing.
just that shape, like, right?
Sort of thought they were talking about like humanoids are specifically the dumb humans.
That
But
is what they mean.
yeah, okay.
But yeah,
But
I'm like,
it's like
apes are
not
humanoids. It's
yeah,
just it feels like the wrong term. And the movies don't have this problem. It's just, or the TV show. It's just
no.
this one, you know. So, um,
Yeah, and they definitely are not whoever our astronauts are not biologically super different. Like that's not they just
and
didn't
anyway,
learn to talk.
I thought it was
Anyway.
a weird choice of phrase, but oh yeah, so yeah, when you did your summer, you were like, oh, the Tunnel of Fear was the one with the spider, and for some reason, I came out
Mm.
thinking the Tunnel of Fear was the underground river. You're probably
Mm.
right. The river's just at the
I
end,
don't
so I
know.
assumed the Tunnel of Fear would be in the climax. You know?
That makes more sense. I was just fixated on the spider because I rewound it and watched it like 5 times trying to figure out how they got stuck in the spider web and they just
Oh, they're
didn't.
just
It
stuck.
just
Yeah, there's just
they're
a shot.
just
Now
are
they're stuck.
walking and then all of a sudden they're stuck and they're like in the air and then they're not, and then he cuts them
Or they're
their way
running
out,
in
and
tandem,
the spider is just basically a still picture of a spider that
right?
sort of gets shaken a couple of times.
Yeah, but getting eaten by a spider would still suck it, wouldn't it? If a spider
I
with a
don't,
giant spider's eating you, that would suck.
but that's like wild. There's nothing like a giant spider in any of these properties.
Well, it's also the planet of the spiders now.
Yeah, really.
It's
Like,
like
why
how
don't the
King
apes
Kong
fight
has
the
a giant
spiders?
spider or whatever, and a
I mean,
T-Rex, you
yeah, but
know?
they have giant everything in King Kong, so it
Mm,
like, sort of tracks. But there aren't any giant apes.
not yet. I don't know
Um,
if there's going to be. Now I hope there's a giant ape at some point. That would be cool. Um,
that'd be cool.
yeah.
I'm not gonna say no to that. Just King Kong is canon.
But yeah,
He's,
it's their fault they're trapped in the spider's web because I'm like, yeah, they just
hmm
ran right into it. I mean, that happens. I walk around and, sometimes you're just like, especially in summer, it's like, you're walking down the sidewalk and you're just walking to the freaking webs because you can't see them and it's nighttime.
Yeah, I for some reason took very few notes for episode 4. I don't know if that's because not a lot happened
I took
or
equal amounts for both if anyone's interested.
that's good. Like
It's
maybe I remember more about it, so it's not
Well,
not as hard.
I can kind of point through mine and see where we are. Let's see. Urko is angrier in the live action series. I don't think
Hmm
Urko's messed up like how I said Cornelius and Zira seem to just like suck in this, but Urko's still fun, but he's not Mark Lenard fun, you know?
He's just not obsessed.
Yeah.
This is sort of, but also he's definitely telling. This is a lot of tell don't show where he's like, I have a brilliant plan. History. Yeah, I was like, history is gonna talk about it. I don't know, dude, because history doesn't even talk about what like 90% of battles in actual famous wars,
Yeah, but
right? I
Admiral
mean,
people still remember what Admiral Nelson did, right?
or
He
they're not
lost an
really at
arm or
war. They're
something.
also not at war with humans. It's just a genocide. So
Hmm.
I don't know if
Well,
that's
it's
a
a war for
brilliant.
him. It's the closest thing he gets for a war. So history will
And
remember this attack of his as military genius.
yeah, and if in fact, it's like do even the astronauts that they would have to like
Oh,
basically steal
they're
weapons.
better at bad plans, aren't they? They're like, let's
Mm.
go back to Ape City. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not a good idea.
Yeah, like imagine if I don't know if we found just an undeveloped tribe in Africa and we were like, history will remember our military genius. We decide to like move in and just blow them all up with bombs
That's when they
or
say history
something.
is written by the victors, right?
Yeah, but like, I don't know how you write that. I don't know how you write that.
How'd you feel
And
about
history will.
The Ape Rock song, where he's singing like
Um,
lyrics that are a bit too on the nose? I don't even remember exactly what he wants to do. Does he wants to bang a humanoid over an ape? Is that what he wants to be singing about?
I don't know.
It was a weird song.
I don't remember that. Why don't I
Uh,
remember that?
I don't know. Go
Was
back,
I just
watch it.
not paying attention?
I guess
Okay.
you weren't paying attention. There's an ape rock song in there.
Damn it. How did I miss that? I
Uh,
rewound the spider thing like 5 times and
it
I
was
missed the
before
Ape
you
Rock
did. You
song.
should have gone back a bit more on that. You would have gotten the ape rock
It
song.
was
Okay.
before the spider. Okay.
Yeah, it's before it's near the start of the episode.
Uh,
After they're planning to
well,
go back to the ape city. This is the benefit of me having written notes. I can tell you the chronology.
mm,
So
well,
that was a bad plan. Oh, I recognize that arch. It's like, of course you do. It's the biggest thing around. That's like
yeah.
going to New York City and being like, I know that building, and you're looking at the Empire State Building or something, you know? It's like, of course you do.
Yeah.
Or
It's,
going back to the theme park references, like I've been to Epcot before, so when I go back, I point to Spaceship Earth and be like, I know that.
well, I'm sure
That's
somebody
closer
does that.
actually, because the arch is the tallest thing. At least the Empire State Building is surrounded by other skyscrapers. Where, yeah,
And Spaceship Earth is like at the entrance.
right, exactly. Although
It's
I
like,
guess
yeah,
the arch
right
is in the
there.
center of town, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, do you think that Cornelius and Zira are going to like? Do you think they're going to like turn on Zaius, or do you think they're just going to keep
Of course,
like doing
because
this?
this is a cartoon that roughly has to follow the movie.
Yeah.
So anything that happens in the movie does happen here in a mildly different way. It's kind of seems to work out, you know?
When Cornelius is hesitant, he calls it unpatriotic, which
Like,
is very interesting. I guess it's just a word they came up with. But that's kind of interesting, right?
yeah.
Like it would be unpatriotic for me to help you humans survive.
It seems that Cornelius's Zira's voice is going to be through the whole series, but it seems they are Cornelius is going to get recast at some point, maybe because
Wow,
the scenes are flat.
that's
What says Harry Corden
kind of
also
sad.
does Cornelius? I don't know if he's doing both now or if they just get cheap and fire the other guy and have him do both later. That sounds more
Huh.
likely to me.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm not sure. And you know what? I bet we're never at some point though. If we're like, hey, Cornelius sounds different now. That then there is a change at some point.
It'd be
Um,
great if Cornelius just was like, "Hey, I'm Cornelius now."
I'm a Cornelius, yeah.
He just did a wacky random accent.
That'd be fun. But no, he's gonna sound the same as Bill at that point, right? So,
I don't know.
um,
Wait,
oh,
I thought did you say Henry Corden or did you say somebody else?
I said Henry Corden.
Okay, yeah, that's Urko, not Bill.
Right. Oh, sorry. Okay. Anyway, it seems they're gonna two voice him at one point. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. That's Urko, not Bill. Okay.
That's why I made that voice that was loud.
Right.
Ah,
Loud voices. Um.
ah.
Oh, and they have to have two scenes for them to convince Zira and Cornelius to save the humans for science.
Mhm.
Like maybe one scene is enough for that, you know, because it wasn't. And they say the same things in both scenes, basically.
Hmm. Yeah, it's I feel kind of unconvinced, but they sound like they were going to try to talk themselves into it before all this started, before the humans came back. So,
They just have to be conflicted.
but there's also just the oh every Zira and Cornelius are destined to help humans,
Yeah. That's it.
especially blue-eyed
Like I said, if
ones,
it happens in the movie, it has to happen here, right?
which is that's dumb.
You were talking about dumb accents. A lot of the gorillas, they have the voices that sound like this, you know, like
Pretty
they do.
bad voice actors for a
They
lot of
have
the
the schmuck
gorillas.
voices, right?
All right, General Urko said that we should execute his brilliant plan. It's like that level.
Oh, I like the ones that sound like a weird Brooklyn back alley where the guy's talking like this, like Ernest Borgnine's been hit in the head too many times or something.
Boy. Yeah,
Uh,
I continue to have a hard time talking about this series because it feels like there's not a lot to it,
um,
unfortunately.
well, there is Urka's genius plan is like we will attack in 6 days. It's like why? Why are you waiting 6 days? There's no reason to do it now. What are you waiting for?
The full moon, of course.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. And then Bill and Jeff's genius plan is to um hike a bunch of literally and figuratively dumb humans 90 miles. That's gonna suck.
But it's like I like the idea of the apes having like hardware, having like cars and guns and stuff and advanced civilization. That's really cool. It's a lot more like the book was, but it doesn't make any sense that they're worried about humans who can't do anything, right? Like it makes a lot more sense if they're just also a primitive society and a human might just show up and beat them to death. But like if you have guns, like machine guns, and tanks and jeeps, like that, I don't get
Go
it. What's
today.
the
You don't need to
deal?
wait 6 days. What are you waiting for?
What I don't. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It'd be like if there were, I don't know. Well, I'm trying to think of an animal that would be a good like metaphor for just dumb humans. I guess yeah. If there was like a
Pigs.
habitat with a bunch of chimpanzees right now in 2025 and they settled an island somewhere, you wouldn't be like, we have to go kill them. If one of them talked, people wouldn't be like, we have to go kill them right now.
I
Let's
don't know.
wait
People
six
would.
days and
I think.
assault
I
them.
think. I think if an animal started talking, we. I think people would get a little weird about it.
But they would capture them or something. They wouldn't like, they
They'd
all
certainly
have
want to
to
study it.
die.
Yeah, yeah. I guess it wouldn't be like it's time. If a pig talks, it's not time to kill all the pigs.
I'm sure somebody I'm sure somebody feels like that, but that's not I don't think people who are in charge would think that.
Yeah.
It's
Um,
super weird. It doesn't really work, and it's like they have such a gift in that doing an animated series, they can have whatever technology they want, and they squander it on doing like a more nonsensical, dumb version of what the live action series does.
they can go through deserts and rivers and forests and still have shining white disco pants.
And they have ape songs, ape
And
rock songs,
that's the best thing about Tunnel of Fear, yes. Um, just a couple
giant
more
spiders.
things. They're going down the river at the end, and they're like, "We can't grab on. We can't get hold." And they're showing this like heavily textured rock that they
Yes,
can't grab onto. I'm like, "You can grab onto that rock. There's no way. It's not
it looked
marble."
like it looked like they just had an animation cell of hands that they just had over the animation cell of the rock, and that was it. There was no the hands didn't move. There looked like there was no friction. It just looked like like they were miming what it looked like for someone to be on the other side of a rock.
But we are getting early television direct serialization. Like I'm relatively sure next episode is about diving for the laser drill, right?
Yeah, that's the one thing where I'm like that is good. I don't think the series is very good, but that is good.
Right. Well, when you have $20 to animate the thing, you're getting kneecapped a bit to start with, aren't you?
Yeah, when you greenlight it in December and then it comes out in September. Yes.
So, you know, it is fascinating though, because I think you and I are currently on the live action series is better, but people do like this one. We have to figure out why.
I mean, it looks better.
The opening
Like,
credits are definitely winning me over in this one. But
yeah,
so
the
does the
opening
live
credits are
action
great.
series.
The music's good. It's it
Yeah, I
it
point out
looks
that the
good.
music is punching above its weight, I think, in the series. So
But yeah, not everybody feels like that. I just it makes it it really takes me out of it when there's writing problems.
let's give some
And there are writing
bananas.
problems.
Let's give some
Okay.
bananas to these episodes. Up to seven bananas, is it? Seven is I mean, we do whatever we want, but seven is technically
Yeah.
like the highest number of bananas unless we have a really good joke that makes it more than that. The Unearthly Prophecy.
I'm gonna give that one 5 bananas because it is pretty crazy, but not a whole lot happened, so it can't. I don't think that it deserves more than 5.
I'll give it one more. I'll give it six because I was thinking five or six in my head. Since you said five, I'll say six because the mutants
Mm.
need more potassium living down there. They need one more banana.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
Okay, that makes
I'm just
sense.
predisposed to the mutant stuff. When I was 13 or
Yeah, it's me
14,
too.
I was just waiting for the day when my eyes would start shooting lasers or pulse beams and I would need ruby quartz visors.
I mean, we all
We
felt
all
like
we
that
all
at some
thought
point.
that, yeah. I was like, are
Um,
those ski glasses at the sports store going to work when that happens? I'd eye those.
I'm gonna give Tunnel of Fear 4 bananas, and all 4 of those bananas
Are
are
wet.
two for each arms of. No, wait, one for each 2 arms of that spider, because that just the I don't know like what does that mean? Why is there a giant spider? That alone is crazy.
Oh, that almost makes me want to give it an extra banana. That would just see a random giant spider. But yeah, I was going to give it
That's all
three
I can
wet,
think of.
but I'm taking it back
3 wet bananas.
because three wet bananas because they have the convincing scene twice and it was kind of boring the first time. So three
Yeah.
wet bananas for that for Tunnel of Fear. But
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
and four bananas extra banana we feed to the spider because it did not get to eat.
Yeah.
So specialty bananas thrown in. That's an extra banana. That's one of the over the seven ones. So
Okay.
so three correct bananas and one banana doesn't count, and they're
Secret
all
banana.
wet. No, the spider's
Okay.
bananas is not wet. We're gonna give him a proper banana.
Can you imagine if the giant spider was just sitting in its nest, like peeling and eating bananas?
Yeah, sure. Maybe that's what it does. This is the future. Who knows what things are like 2,000 years in the future? Hey, we haven't brought
I
up Brent again in either of these episodes. Just throwing that out. That because in this live action they had that what tape or whatever, and like within 2 episodes forgot about that. I am wondering if we're
Oh
gonna
yeah,
forget about
that's
Brent
true.
now.
I think we're gonna forget about Brent.
We'll see. I mean,
We'll
they
see.
can, but I'm just curious if that's like here's a plot element that we're just gonna drop because neither of these episodes brought it up at all. But you were worried that we'd never see Judy again, so we saw Judy again.
Yeah, I wasn't worried as much as I wasn't sure.
Not worried was maybe too strong a word,
I
but
guess, yeah, I guess I didn't want her to be dead.
right.
Like that sounds very
She's
non-committal.
not dead.
I
She's
didn't
the
want her
mind
to be
controlled
dead.
zombie.
I didn't want her to get fridged for for no reason. But I guess she kind of did. She kind of did just get abducted, had her
She got
agency
MK
stripped from her.
Usa'd,
Yeah, she got mind controlled and abducted again.
and they got a
So
Montauk chair. Yeah, a lot going on
yeah,
down there. So that's why I gave
yeah,
6 to that episode. Yeah.
yeah. That's why I gave 5 to
See,
it.
I'm saying there's a lot going on there. So,
It's better than the fourth episode. That might be the best episode so far, which isn't really saying that much.
hmm. Oh, on the rides, just I'm still thinking about going through the hallucinations in that first episode. Have you been on Pirates of the Caribbean anytime in the past, I don't know, 15 years?
Actually, I've never been on it because when I went to Magic Kingdom, it was like my friends went on it when or it was like I was waiting to hear from my friends when they went on it and they didn't text me or something, so I didn't make it on there.
Oh, okay. Because they
It
now
was
they
a
have
weird
there's a screen of mist and they project the Davy Jones with the tentacles. So when they were going through all the hallucinations, I was thinking that because I don't like going through that. That's not because you're going through this big green misty tentacle.
it was a weird it was the day of
I
Mickey's
guess I
not so
could.
scary Halloween
Hmm.
party or something.
Guess I could close my
And
eyes.
it was weird that did get kind of brought up in the newest Defunct Land video where it's like apparently if I'd played my cards right, I could have seen one of the test run of a new computer controlled Mickey head, but
Ooh, computer
I
controlled Mickey
didn't.
head. I also that's the ride you can drink a beer on. That's fun. Because right
Pirates of the
across from
Caribbean?
yeah, right across from the ride is the gazebo. This is Tokyo, by the way, but you can buy a beer
Oh,
and like it's like in this aluminum cup that's like super cold. So you drink like 40% of it, and then after the drop, you drink the rest. And they're singing. They're like, "Drink up, ye hearties!" And you're like, "Yeah, I brought a beer on the ride." It's really dark. They don't notice.
damn. I would actually I would have a beer for that.
I have.
Okay.
It's fun. I guess you could technically do that on the Haunted Mansion too, but that doesn't seem like a ride that you would need it so much. That one doesn't seem as conducive to drinking a beer as Pirates of the Caribbean.
Maybe we should just do a podcast about rides and stop doing Planet of the Apes podcast.
Yeah, okay. Unless there's a Planet of the Apes ride, we can talk about that. It's in like Malaysia or something.
Okay. Interesting.
We do talk about lots of other things though. I guess tell the people where that be.
That would be at podcastio.org. You can donate to our Patreon so that we could go on more rides and then tell you about them on outtakes that you can hear on the Patreon. But you'd also listen to podcasts like Films and Filth, the Citizen Kane podcast, currently taking a very fast detour to Fast Films and Furious Filth, doing all the Fast and Furious movies, if you didn't get that joke. Um, Luke Loves Pokemon, Time Enough podcast about Twilight Zone, Monster Hunter about Monster Mash about Monster Hunter, Game Show, the game show about games, Occult Disney about, you guessed it, and I think
What?
that's all of them.
Ghibli? That's my
Yes,
guess. Okay. That's
that's
also
what
a
it's
correct
about.
guess. It is a correct
Neon
guess
Genesis
sometime.
Evangelion.
Yeah, that's there too. Okay. Well, I had something witty to say and I lost it. Now you say something witty.
Give a giant spider your bananas.
Not a wet banana though.
They don't care.
Hmm.
All
Beauty
right.
and the Beast, that's a ride you would not want to drink a beer on. That would be a terrible idea.
The only Beauty and the Beast thing I did was the Beer Guest
That's the
restaurant.
restaurant. Are you familiar with Tokyo's Beauty and the Beast ride?
Nope.
It's basically they did a Rise of the
Oh,
Resistance for Beauty and the Beast.
you might have. Well, you might have sent me a video of that actually. Now that you mention it.
Okay, yeah, you get in giant soup bowls and they're like going on a trackless thing and like going up and down and like you wouldn't want to drink on that ride. That'd be badass.
Yeah, there are a lot of things I wouldn't want to drink on.
I was thinking about that. Is there anything other than pirates that it would make sense to? Like it's a small world that would just piss you off if you were drinking on
Yeah, that
that.
would make sense. That
I mean,
makes
but you
sense.
could. It's a slow boat ride, but
Hall of Presidents,
well, I don't have that in Tokyo, but
Space Mountain.
that would no, that's a you can't do that. I mean, you could try, but no, that wouldn't work at all. No, we're getting a
No, it
new
wouldn't work.
Space Mountain here too. We
Yeah,
haven't.
Hyperspace Mountain, right?
I don't know if no, they tore down the mountain and they're building a new one.
No, yeah, but what is it? Is it called Hyperspace Mountain? It's
Nah,
called something else.
it's still just called Space Mountain. It's just a new Space Mountain.
I think Hyperspace Mountain is a different.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's maybe what they did
That's the
in
France
Paris.
one.
Yeah, yeah. No, they're just building a big ass new Space Mountain, which is they've t already torn down the old one, and the new one is mostly up.
Believe me, I'm aware because Space Mountain, the Florida Space Mountain is actually in my like top five.
Country Bears, I mean, you don't move in that one. That would be a good one to take a beer in for.
Um, I was. Did we talk about Tommy on the actual podcast, or was it in the like the pre-show?
That was an actual podcast because I was the USA chant.
Yeah, that is very funny. Uh, I'm looking at their website, and there's just like a Gundam type thing that's called Black Devaster, like
There's
Devaster,
oh
which
that's
is like
Nanoblock.
no, it's a T Spark.
What website is
I
that?
just think Devaster sounds like someone wanted to say disaster or devastator, and they couldn't manage either one, so they just said Devaster.
That makes sense. That tracks.
It's very Japanese of them to do.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, I need to look at
Probably pronounced Devaster.
Tokyo Drift.
It's all short. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that right after we're done, probably.
I gotta get home tonight and watch it. There we go. It's a backup. I have the physical copy. It's just much more convenient.
I'm glad I bought those movies used instead of waiting for Black Friday. I
Well,
got a
when
better deal.
I got them like what 3 years ago or something, and it was like $12 for the 8 movies, so that was pretty
Yeah,
baller.
I paid 20 for the 8 movies, but they're 4K. So
Oh, okay, I don't think I have. Our T downstairs the TV is 4K, but I don't think the player is. So,
yeah, you have to get the player. I guess you could put a computer
also I don't
into it.
watch things downstairs much, so I usually watch
Yeah.
things up like right in where I'm sitting now. So that's kind of the thing.
I got a really good deal on a 4K player that's normally $200. They had Best Buy had it said open box for 100. So I picked that, and then I showed up and they just gave me a new one because I guess they couldn't. That's happened to me twice in the last several years where I
Mhm.
buy something that's like open box or refurbished, and they just sent me a brand new one. Presumably they just couldn't find a refurbished one or something.
Yeah, that works out nicely.
That's
Um,
awesome. Yeah, it was like, so I got a brand new. The funny thing about it is, I guess this is the way of all things now, where it has all those internet fucking things on the front screen, but like none of them work because the apps like stopped being updated. So you
oh
just go to
right.
Netflix and it's like Netflix does not like is not functional or whatever, but it can't you can't get rid of the icon because it's like the deal where they fucking put the icon on the thing, there's like a button for it. So it's like a
Oh,
button
okay.
that doesn't do anything.
I'm
I just
I'm
disconnected
still
my
angry
TV from
about
the internet.
I'm still angry about Star Trek Wrath of Gems,
The
which
fuck
was
is that?
it was a Star Trek Match 3 game. I put it on my phone. I played it like three
Oh,
times and then the app didn't stop working and it
are
still
the
doesn't
gems
work.
mad at you?
No, just they didn't update it and it became unworkable with whatever iOS and yeah. But I only played it like 3 times, so I was like I wanted to play that more.
Lame.
It is
Yeah,
lame.
there are a few games I have paid for that are like gone, which sucks ass.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends how much you paid for it, but
Well,
like if
I
I
don't know,
paid
like
99 cents and I
there's
play it for a year and then it kind of vanishes, I mean, it's not the end. Even if I like the game, I mean, I'm annoyed it's gone, but otherwise it's not the end of the world.
a few of them that I'm like I
If you
paid
paid
two.
20 bucks or something, that sucks.
But it's like there are games I paid $2 or $3 for that I really liked,
I had one that I did that I
so I
paid two or
wanted
three
them
bucks for
because
and Sunburn and it stopped working. And then a few years later someone fixed it and now it works again. So that was nice.
you have a recording that needs to be converted before viewing.
Huh? But we haven't stopped recording yet.
I stopped.
Oh, you stopped. Okay. Well, I haven't.
I just have mine just to test, really, right?
Don't stop. Right. Okay. I did watch the first Pluribus, by the way.
Yeah, do you see what I was saying about how it'd
I
be hard
think
to
I see what
podcast
you're
about it?
saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was Brian's idea of doing clumps of three, which means we only do have to do three. It's 9 episodes, right?
Yeah. I
Um,
don't.
I'm saying I'm still recording, and I'm saying this on a recording that if people want to bug us a little
Oh,
bit more, I maybe would do it. But as is now, I probably don't. Yeah,
yeah.
we
I
get
don't.
bugged again.
I would like to talk about it. I just don't think. And that first episode really has more in it than the other one. A lot of the other ones are just like her hanging out with one of the hive people for
Mm,
35 minutes or something.
right,
It's like this. I mean, not hanging out, but it's. I just realized that
chilling. You.
I myself did not check the box that says record separate participant audio files.
Oh, well, I'll tell you if it works out on my end then. I
Yeah,
mean,
so
we
it
don't
works
need
on
it for
your
this
end.
anyway. But yeah, what you
But
said
I'm saying
yours,
it would
and
be easier to if I could just record the shit locally and then you
yeah,
could
that would be
record as a
best.
backup or whatever, but like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You don't have to send it to me.
Right. That would. So I think, well, we just learned that you need to click your box too. So
I had to click my box too, so I
and I haven't.
cannot
Yeah, I guess I'll stop
make
the
fun of
recording now
you.
and find out
I
what's
never made
happening.
fun of you, but I cannot make fun of you for not doing it because I
No, the
did the
first
same thing.
Fast and Furious I just didn't think about because we just were recording a podcast normally. Second one, I thought I set it up, but you can't do it in a cloud, So it's just little.
Yeah.
This time, I think I got it. I'll get back to you, and but I thought I got it last time, so
Yeah, well, at least this is a
Frickin'
test run that we don't, it
technology.
doesn't
Well,
matter.
it doesn't matter for this pod. I don't
It
think
doesn't
we.
matter for the other podcast, really.
No,
It's
no,
just like,
no.
well, people will be
But
like, whoa, holy shit, there's slightly better audio after
yeah,
the second episode.
yeah, because two people, I mean, there's not so much talk over. So with two people, I don't think you really need to do that so much. And I mean, you
No,
can, you get real,
it's just a test.
yeah, just to test. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3.